Good evening. Happiness is when what you think, what you say and what you do are in harmony. Welcome to BMC News Live presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. I am Jessila Mujib joining you with the daily news updates. News headlines. The Interior Minister received GCC Assistant Secretary General for Security Affairs. The Education Minister paid tribute to teachers on World Teachers' Day. The Shura Committee hailed Open Prisons Program a success. The Tamkeen Board of Directors held Q3 2023 meeting. The Foreign Affairs and Justice Ministries launched notarization and certification services at the diplomatic missions. News in detail. The Interior Minister received GCC Assistant Secretary General for Security Affairs. General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, Interior Minister, received Brigadier Hamad Ajlan Al Amimi, GCC Assistant Secretary General for Security Affairs. The meeting reviewed security cooperation. The Minister commented the role of the GCC General Secretariat in supporting security, cooperation and implementing the resolutions of the GCC countries' leaders. Tariq bin Hassan Al Hassan, Chief of Public Security, and Sheikh Nazir bin Abdul Rahman Al Khalifa, Minister of Interior Under Secretary, attended the meeting. The Education Minister paid tribute to teachers on World Teachers' Day. Dr. Muhammad bin Mubarak Juma, Education Minister, has affirmed the Ministry's pride in teachers across Bahrain's public and private schools, praising their multifaceted noble role in preserving and developing society. The Minister extended thanks and gratitude to His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, for their unwavering interest in the educational process in the kingdom, praising their support for the Education Ministry's plans and programs. Dr. Juma indicated that the Education Ministry will join the international community in celebrating World Teachers' Day observed on October 5th, noting that as many as 600 affiliates of the ministry will be honored during this year's celebration. He highlighted the multiple initiatives launched by the Education Ministry to support teachers and enhance their professional development. The Shura Committee hailed the Open Prisons Program a success. The Shura Council's Foreign Affairs, Defense and National Security Committee, chaired by Ali bin Muhammad Al Romaihi, has commented the Interior Ministry's efforts which resulted in the graduation of the first batch of the beneficiaries of the Open Prisons Program. This reflects His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa's vision of consolidating rights and freedom, as well as the humanitarian values and civilizational principles of the Royal Comprehensive Development Program. The panel asserted that the efforts of the Interior Ministry and the General Directorate of Verdict Enforcement and Alternative Sentencing to honor the program graduates and sponsors and add to the success of the Alternative Sentencing Project, which has enhanced the Kingdom's human rights status and prestigious regulation regionally and globally. Tamkeen Board of Directors held Q3 2023 meeting. The Labour Fund Tamkeen held its third quarterly Board of Directors meeting for the year 2023, where the board reviewed the results achieved since the beginning of this year in accordance with the key performance indicators. Tamkeen's chairman, Sheikh Mohammed bin Isa Al Khalifa, assured Tamkeen's ongoing commitment to realizing the vision of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa in making Bahrain the first choice of employment in the labour market, in addition to the efforts of all the government stakeholders under the leadership of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, collectively working as Team Bahrain to foster an environment that supports training and development for Bahrains, thus enabling them to enter the labour market, access quality job opportunities and pursue entrepreneurship. He added that the work is currently underway in coordination with the relevant government entities to introduce enhanced programs to support Bahrains in the labour market. Foreign Affairs and Justice Ministries launched notarization and certification services at the diplomatic missions. The Foreign Affairs and the Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowment Ministries have inaugurated the notarization and certification service at the Kingdom's overseas diplomatic missions covering all legal transactions. Dr. Abdul Latif bin Rashid Al Zayani, Foreign Affairs Minister, and Nawaf bin Muhammad Al Mauda, Justice, Islamic Affairs and Endowment Minister, attended the launch of the services, which is among the priorities to develop judicial services in accordance with the government plan and in line with the goals of Bahrain's Economic Vision 2030. Commenting, Dr. Al Zayani underlined the Foreign Ministry's approach and commitment to delivering the best consular services, including authorization and legalization. The Institute for Public Administration and Franklin Covey Middle East signed cooperation agreement. Dr. Sheikharana bint Isa bin Duaij Al Khalifa, Director General of the Institute for Public Administration, signed a cooperation agreement with Franklin Covey Middle East to establish cooperation and exchange of experiences through projects and training services that the Institute is preparing to provide. Dr. Sheikharana said that the Institute's partnership with Franklin Covey aims to exchange experiences in many fields like government innovation, contractual and cooperative studies and research and training. It will also contribute to investing in people by providing the highest quality educational and training services. Now it's time for a short break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. The Minister of Youth Affairs visited the MISC Foundation. Rawan bint Najib Tawfiqi, Minister of Youth Affairs, met with Dr. Badr bin Mahmoud Al-Badr, CEO of the Mohammed bin Salman MISC Foundation. The meeting discussed exchanging expertise in training and developing youth competencies, as well as presenting joint initiatives for youth in various sectors. The minister affirmed Bahrain's keenness to strengthen partnership with Saudi Arabia in the youth sector through the exchange of expertise and visits, emphasizing the need for more constructive communication channels as well as the expansion of joint programs and opportunities for collaboration. GCC Secretary General attended the conference on developing autism services. Jassim Mohammed Al-Budaibi, Secretary General of the Gulf Cooperation Council, attended the conference on developing autism services through innovation and integration, which was held under the patronage of His Royal Highness Prince Khalid bin Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud, Saudi Minister of Defence. The conference was held in cooperation with the Prince Mohammed bin Salman Center for Autism and Developmental Disorders at the Prince Sultan Military Medical City. The Secretary General affirmed that the Conference on Developing Autism Services through Innovation and Integration reflects the significant efforts made by Saudi Arabia in the field through consolidating principles and raising awareness for the families of individuals with autism. The conference was attended by several dignitaries and featured the participation of researchers in the field of special education. Himalayan glacial lake flooding killed 14 in India, more than 100 missing. At least 14 people were killed and 102 were missing after heavy rains caused a Himalayan glacial lake in northeast India to burst its banks, and rescuers were being hampered by washed out bridges and fast flowing rivers. The Lanak Lake in Sikkim state burst its banks on Wednesday, causing major flooding, which authorities said had impacted the lives of 22,000 people. It is the latest deadly weather event in South Asia's mountains, being blamed on climate change. 14 bridges were severely damaged or collapsed, according to Indian media on Thursday. Several villages were also flooded. A highway was damaged and the mobile network was disrupted in parts of the affected northeastern state of Sikkim. Meanwhile, over 3,000 tourists from various parts of the country were reported to be stranded in different parts of Sikkim, as the flood situation in the state worsened with the release of the water from Chungthang Dam. Several workers employed in the T-Star Stage 3 dam in Chungthang were also stranded in tunnels of the dam. With this, we come to the end of today's news. This is Jasila Mujib signing off. Good night.